We are back with Barkley on day 2 of training his place command. We have not done any more work since our last session, so we're just going to kind of see where he's at with it, kind of figure out where our baseline is for today's session. Barkley, place. Good boy. Good boy. So he's got it pretty good. He remembers. Big thing today that I'm going to work on is adding a little bit of distance from the place as well as some duration on the place. So how long he's going to stay up here and then how far away can I send him to the place as well. Break. Good boy. So all we're going to do to work on that, when we first started, I was doing it from right here next to the bed. Now I'm just going to start taking a couple steps away from it and see how he does. Sit. Good boy. Place. Yes, good boy. Excellent. Good boy. And so part of this as well is working on the duration of the place. So all I'm going to do to work on that, I'm going to say, Barkley, stay. Take a half step back. Come back and reward. Good boy. Half step back. And reward. Good boy. Break. Go on, break. Part of the place command is training in a break command. So what that means, anytime that we tell a dog when it's time to work and do something, so in this case we're telling him to go to a place, he's got to stay clocked in. He's got to keep doing what we ask him to until we tell him it's time to clock out. You're free to be a dog, do whatever you want. So that's where the break command comes into play. Ideally, I want him to stay up here as long as I want him to until I tell him that break, which tells him, okay, you can get off the bed, you can do whatever you want, you got your freedom back. So he's doing really good here. And so all I'm going to do to kind of work in the break command is I've got a treat here. I'm going to throw the treat just to get him off the bed at the same time I say break, so he kind of ties those two things together. Break means he can get off the bed. Break. Good boy. Good boy. All right, get a little bit further from the bed here. He's distracted now, which is good. Barkley, place. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, stay. So a couple ways you can work on adding in distance from your place command. Right now all I'm doing is I'm just giving him a little bit of leeway and slack in this leash, so I have to move with him. You can, either switch it up and you can do a long line, which is just a longer leash, or you can just take them off leash altogether. The only thing with that is you can't enforce it. So you really have to have it nailed down that your place command means to go to the bed before you can ask him to do it off leash. Now, if I were to give him the command and he didn't go towards the bed, that's whenever I would take that step towards it. If he doesn't figure out what I'm asking, then I would start to just pull him with the leash to go towards the direction of the bed then. So he's doing really well though, so I don't have to give him any leash pressure to do that. Good stay. Break. So I don't think the distance is going to be too big of an issue with him on this. Probably going to focus a lot more on the duration of the command today. Good boy. Let him hang out for just a little bit and then we'll do a couple more reps. Barkley, place. Yes, good place, good boy. Stay. Nope. So right there, he got up before I gave him that command. All I did, tell him no, correct him verbally, and then use my leash to guide him back up on the bed. That's how you're going to correct them getting off before you tell them to. Good boy. Trying to take another step back. Good stay. He thought about it. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Yeah, I think the distance is going to be the big thing to work on with him. He's got it down pretty good. I can send him to the place just about from anywhere, I feel like. Barkley, come on. We'll try it from way out here and see how he does. Sit. Barkley, place. Yes, good boy. Okay, so a little bit of work needs to be done out there. We've got cars driving by and people coming and going, so it's a little bit of a distraction. Good boy. Stay. Good stay. Good boy. Good boy. He's doing really good. Another point I want to talk about. Good boy. Stay. Another point I'd like to talk about is what he does on the bed. So right now, I don't really care what he's doing. If he wants to kind of shuffle around, if he wants to sit, if he wants to lay down, that's all fine and dandy. The only thing that matters right now is that he stays on the bed. Now, at a certain point, you can kind of mold this command to be whatever you want. If you want him to lay down, then you would just lure him into the down, and then that's the position he has to stay in. No. Good boy. It can be whatever you want it to be. So right now, I'm just looking for him to have all four on the mat. That's all the command needs to be for me right now. You can take this in any direction you want to go, and you can make it as complex as you want it to. It's just all how you want to train it. Good boy. Break. Good boy. So we're going to do a couple more here, just really working on having him weighted out. I want to start walking around him a lot more. I may start jumping up and down, dropping some treats, kind of see how he goes from there. Good boy. Break. Barkley, place. Stay. So working on his duration, on how long he's staying up here on the bed, part of that's also going to be adding in some distraction. So anytime you are trying to improve a behavior or a command, you've really got three metrics you can kind of play around and toggle with. It's going to be your distance, how far away can I get from the dog and them still listen, your duration, how long are they going to listen, and then your distractions. Distractions are going to be anything in the environment that are going to be distracting to the dog. So we've got a parking lot over to the side here. We've had cars coming and going, people coming and going. There's birds in the trees, there's sights, sounds, smells. All of that is distracting to the dog right now. When you first start teaching a new behavior, you want to start as clinical as you can get it. So very minimal distraction. You don't want there to be anything that's going to set your dog off, simply because they're going to learn the best when they succeed the most. So we want to give them the best chance of succeeding whenever we're trying to build in these new behaviors. So at this point, I'm really working on using myself as a distraction. So I'm moving around him. I might do a couple jumps, do some crazy things. Stay. So right there, me doing that big jump there kind of made him want to get off and see what was going on. That's not going to be allowed though. We got to correct the bad behavior when it happens, or else they're just going to figure out what they can get away with and what they can't. So I'm just going to keep on kind of walking around. I'm going to do some random things here and there and see how he does. Good boy. Anytime I do something like that and he doesn't get up, I want to reward that. He's got to figure out that his only job is to stay on this bed until I tell him he can get off. Good boy. Nope. Stay. So right there again, if they do get off the bed, you're just going to step up to them, apply some body pressure, tell them no verbally. Anytime we correct a dog, we always want to pair it verbally and physically. We've got to tell them they're doing something wrong, and then something physically has to change in their environment to send them back into what we want. Good boy, good stay. Wah! Nope. Stay. Good boy. Good stay. He's doing really good. He's trying his best here. I'm making it a little hard on him. Good boy. In doing this, our duration has gone through the roof from what it was. Ah. Stay. I am asking a lot of them right now. Every time I've sent them into the place, it's been for, 2-3 seconds tops. We're probably pushing about a good minute, 2 minute here on this one. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and let him get off. Break. And I'm gonna let him relax and do whatever he wants to do for a good bit. And then I may only do one more round of that where it's super intensive for a long time, and then we're gonna call it on today's session. This is going to be our last little bout here. It's starting to get warm. He's starting to get tired, so I'm not going to push him too much more. I'm going to see how he does with the command from this distance from the bed. And then I'm going to shoot for just about 30 seconds on this one, really amping up my distractions and seeing how he does. Barkley, place. Good boy. Yes, good boy. We just had a car pull in, so he was a little more focused on that. All right, I'm gonna make 1 or 2 laps here, see how he does. Acting silly, acting goofy. Good boy. Wah, wah. Good boy, reward that. Oh, he's paying a lot more attention on his toes now. He was looking down, making sure he didn't fall over the edge. Good boy. Good boy. Our 30 seconds is up. And Barkley. Break. Good boy. So that's going to do it for today's session. He did really good. I'm going to get him back inside where it's cool, let him relax for a little bit. One thing to remember is training does not have to be this super long ordeal. It can be 30 seconds. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's better to do a lot of smaller sessions throughout the day as opposed to one big block every so often. It's a lot easier on the dog. They don't get burnt out. They have fun with the whole process and makes it more enjoyable. Good boy, Barkley. Good boy. All right, buddy. Let's go inside.